Google Harpoon Pest Solutions. When it comes to bugs, just say no. Call 215-588-2180.
Welcome again to another episode of the Harpoon Pest Solutions podcast for all the residents of Philadelphia and also Lansdowne, Pennsylvania. I'm here today with pest expert Quincy Jones, and we're going to be talking about bed bugs, how to be proactive, and some prevention tips when it comes to bed bugs. Bed bugs is a big problem for the folks of the Philadelphia area. And Quincy, let us know what we need to do to be proactive and what we can do to prevent bed bugs in our homes.
Absolutely. So that's always been a big question since the bed bug epidemic has emerged, is whether or not you can do anything to prevent bed bugs. So there's a lot of pest problems that can be prevented, like mice and rodents, rats with exclusion work. There are insects that come from the outside that we call occasional invaders. And that can be prevented too with like powerful liquid barrier treatments or power sprays on the outside of a house. Any type of regular residential spray application for the inside of a home, which is normally done in our industry quarterly. The exterminator will come out and, treat the inside and outside of a house. And this would help to prevent pest infestations. But bed bug prevention is a little different. It can be a little difficult because bed bugs are hitchhikers and they can be picked up just about anywhere. So whether that's public transportation, medical waiting rooms, trains, airplanes have even reported activities. And then, now a lot of people utilize ride share services like Uber and Lyft, which have been, reported to have had issues with bed bugs, movie theaters. And there's not a lot you can do to prevent bed bugs from, being carried on bags and clothing. So the prevention side of bed bugs is a little difficult to really pull off 100%, but you can be proactive, and I guess that is a form of prevention with inspections, a lot of inspections, and a high frequency of inspections, especially in high traffic areas like hotels and motels. Residential, not so much. Maybe with residential, it's appropriate to do inspection for bed bugs on a quarterly basis. There are a lot of monitoring pieces of monitoring equipment on the market that are really, really effective at monitoring for bed bug activity that's introduced or activity that might pop up. And there's also residual products, actual chemicals that are on a marketplace that can be used as a form of prevention. But again, this is something that it has to be proactively implemented quarterly. And a lot of times what will happen is a service professional will go out and inspect headboard, bed frames, mattress, box spring, and even go as far as to even treat some of those areas just in case something is introduced or brought in. So prevention for bed bugs is possible. It's not like other general pests, but it really is a matter of taking the first steps, especially if you are a business owner and you are in the hospitality industry. It's all about taking those first steps and having something set up so that you can stay ahead of any possible introduction from bed bugs. So that's it when it comes to either being proactive or setting up prevention for bed bugs.
Well, it's obvious that no one wants to be sleeping or in the home with these pests. And obviously the thing to do is call Quincy and Vernon at Harpoon Pest Solutions, because if you suspect you have bed bugs, you don't want to ignore that. One thing, Quincy, one is, what are some of the problems that bed bugs cause for people? Do they carry any illness? Do they, what do they bite people? What are the problems that you see individuals have when they have an infestation?
Right. So the good thing is that bed bugs they don't transmit any known diseases to people. But the number one problem is that they are blood feeders and they do bite. And most people will have an allergic reaction. And some people will have even violent reactions at times. The number one thing is that, I mean, this is something that can definitely, put a damper on your quality of living. No one wants to go to sleep at night and know that something is crawling out and feeding on their, and biting them. Definitely, if you have any type of allergies to anything, no one wants to have any type of bugs infesting their bedding, their furniture, and that's something that we've seen happen. We've seen bed bugs pretty much multiply almost out of control, especially in certain populations, whether it be older people, elderly people who may not be as mobile, have had some of the more severe infestations. And so this is definitely something that would, calls for poor sanitation conditions because they leave droppings just about everywhere. So you definitely want to prevent bed bugs before they got started.
Well, this has been helpful information. I can tell you everybody that's listening to this doesn't want to be sleeping with bed bugs or have them in their home. And so if you want to make sure that you have a pest-free home, especially when it comes to bed bugs, reach out to harpoonpestsolutions.com. Call Quincy or call Vernon there at the website. Share this podcast with others if you want to have some more helpful tips when it comes to knowing what to do about pests in the Philadelphia or Lansdowne, Pennsylvania area. And you can get us on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, and in Google Podcasts. And of course, if you just use Google, you can find our podcast and our website. And be sure to go to our website, leave us a review if you've done business with us. But more importantly, know that when it comes to pest solutions, HarpoonPestSolutions.com is the choice that you need to remember. Till next time, this has been Mike Stewart for the Harpoon Pest Solutions podcast.
Google Harpoon Pest Solutions. When it comes to bugs, just say no. Call 215-588-2188.